My lifelong best friend leaked our private conversation to my boss and got me fired, so I went nuclear on her. I took her job, her relationship, and her home. My lifelong best friend and I worked at the same company, and for over a year we were competing for the same promotion. I thought it was a friendly rivalry, but she literally ruined my life over it. When I got the promotion, she didn't congratulate me or tell me she was happy for me. Instead, she leaked our deeply private conversation. In this conversation, I vented to her about my current boss and joked about sleeping with the CEO for the promotion. I know this was crude, but it was said to my best friend when I was tipsy, and she knew I was not serious. Well, it wasn't long before I got called into my boss's office and fired. What's even worse is that when I came home, I found my boyfriend with his things packed. I asked him what this was about, and he showed me the conversation. You see, I also vented about him, specifically about how sick I was of his mother controlling our life. He told me that his mother comes first and that if I didn't respect that, I wasn't the one for him. He left me that day. And then came the final blow. An edited version of that conversation, where I supposedly talked badly about my other friends, was posted on social media. I tried to tell my friends it was fake, but nobody believed me. I was left totally alone. And that was the day I decided I would ruin my ex-best friend's life. I wasn't some criminal mastermind. I didn't even know where to start. I spent hours awake at night, lying in bed and thinking about how to get my revenge. But then, one night, I decided to just start taking action. I knew everything about Clara, and I would somehow use all of it against her. That's when everything finally clicked. I knew exactly what to do. Clara had been involved with a married man for years. She had always sworn me to secrecy, and I had kept my word. I never thought it was okay and often told her to find her own man. But this was always a sensitive topic, so I respected her wishes. Until now. I went through old text messages, photos, and anything that could prove the affair. Once I had enough, I anonymously sent it all to the man's wife. The explosion that followed was bigger than I expected. The wife didn't just confront her husband. She made it public. She posted everything online and dragged Clara's name through the mud. Our entire friend group saw it. People who had once admired Clara turned their backs on her. She was humiliated, and for the first time in weeks, I felt something close to satisfaction. But I wasn't done. Clara worked at a marketing firm, and reputation was everything in her line of work. I created a fake social media account in her name. I bought followers to make her look legit and posted some of her photos from her real profile to make the account believable. Then, I started posting offensive and controversial comments, escalating them over time. Simultaneously, I sent an anonymous letter to her HR department pretending to be a concerned coworker. I included screenshots of the posts and claimed she had been making inappropriate comments in the office too. The firm acted quickly. Clara was called in, and by the end of the week, she was fired. The rumors about her affair hadn't helped either. Her professional life was in tatters, and once again, I felt that dark satisfaction. Clara had been dating a guy named Max as a placeholder until her married lover would leave his wife. Max was originally a friend of both of ours, so I knew getting to him would be simple. I sent him anonymous emails hinting at Clara's infidelity and included evidence of her cheating. Little by little, I chipped away at his trust in her. After weeks of this, Max finally broke up with her. She was devastated. I remember seeing a vague Instagram post she made about heartbreak and betrayal. She did like Max, but I always knew she would have instantly dropped him if Drew, her married lover, had given her a chance. Clara lived in a nice apartment downtown but was barely scraping by. She often told me she was late on rent payments. Using this information, I tipped off her landlord by sending an email acting as a credit card company and letting him know that her credit usage was high. I also spread rumors in her apartment complex about her affair and mental instability. The landlord, wanting to avoid trouble, evicted her. With no job, no boyfriend, and now no home, Clara was left with nothing. She moved from couch to couch, crashing at friends' places until even they started to distance themselves. I had taken everything from Clara, just as she had taken everything from me. But soon I began to feel empty. The satisfaction I felt started to fade. I became obsessed with her downfall, checking constantly to see if there were more signs of her crumbling life. One day, I saw Clara sitting alone at a coffee shop. She looked tired and worn out, a shell of the vibrant woman I had once called my best friend. For the first time, I didn't feel victorious. I felt hollow. I had won the war, but at what cost? I realized how consuming revenge could be. It had turned me into someone I didn't recognize. In my quest to destroy Clara, I had destroyed myself too. Now I'm left wondering if it was all worth it.